So, hello everyone, welcome to this lecture. This is part 3 of second order linear differential equation. So, in this part, we want to discuss the linear independency of the solution, work skin, and the second solution from the work skin. Right. So, let's start.
স্যার
Yes.
স্যার ম্যাথামেটিক্যাল পার্টটা আমরা যে এইচকে দাস ফলো করতাম ওটা থেকে ফলো করলে হয়ে যাবে?
না, এই পোর্শনটা আফকেন
মানে
থেকে
বিএসসি টা আমরা তো এইচকে
না, আফকেনের পোর্শনটা লাগবে, মানে এইচকে দাস থেকে টোটালটা কভার আপ হবে না। আফকেনের বুকটা যেটা আছে না, ওইটা একটু লাগবে। ওটা হলে
আচ্ছা
বেটার
স্যার,
হয়।
ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ। So let's start. This is the syllabus. I want to cover that part. So linear dependent and independent. Dependent means two solution are correlated. Suppose you have a two vector, that is 2 i cap plus 3 j cap, and another vector is minus 4 i cap and minus 6 j cap. So you can write this b vector in terms of a vector, so they are depend on each other. That means if you know one vector, then you can easily calculate the another vector. That is the linear dependency. And linear independent means two solutions are not related. Suppose you have a vector is like that, 2 i cap plus 3 j cap, and b vector is minus 4 I cap, this is I cap, minus 4 I cap minus 5 J cap, then you cannot correlated these two vector, A vector, and you cannot correlate these two vector, A vector and B vector. So this is the independent vector to each other. And that can be represented in the general form, that is the k lambda psi lambda x. This is the solution. This is the if lambda runs from 1 to n number of solution with the n coefficient, you can if you can write this total is 0 and not all k lambda are 0. If this all k lambda is not 0, then you can say this is linearly dependent. If this is written like that, lambda equals to 0 to n, sorry, this is can be 1. This can be 1 to lambda is 1 to n, and k lambda psi lambda equals to 0, and this is possible for all k lambda 0. That means if all they are all coefficient are 0, then this is possible 0. This can be written as 0 in case of independent solution. If the solution are independent, if he wants to write their summation equals to 0, then we must to multiply the coefficient 0. If we multiply all the coefficient 0 with the solution, that is 0 into psi 1 plus 0 into psi 2 and dot dot dot, then we can be write as equals to 0, because these are not related to each other. But in case of they are dependent, then we can write like that, 2 into psi 1 plus 3 into psi 2 plus 0 into psi 3, like that. Here we can write no without 0 coefficient, but here this form can be possible only of the all the coefficient as 0. This is the linear independent solution. Okay. So if we wants to take about this portion, this is the independent solution, we wants to find out the independent solution. So if we wants to find out this coefficient, so we need to suppose there is 5 solution, so we need to 5 coefficient. So if we wants to coefficient solution of this 5 coefficient, we need to 5 equation. That's why how we can find out this 5 equation. Take this is a linear combination. If we derivative first derivative, then we get this one. This is the constant whose derivative is 0, so this is a function of x, so psi lambda derivative is psi prime lambda x, and second derivative like that. So if you have 5 constants, so you need to up to 4 derivative, you need to derivative up to 4 times, such that you got the 5 equation. And for that you can solve the equation, we get the coefficient, right? So for n number of terms, that is lambda equals to 1 to n, you need to derivative up to n minus 1 times. That's why we derivative all the size up to n minus 1 times, and write in a determinant form such that equals to 0, and this determinant known as the work skin. Okay, so this work skin will be by this work scheme we can find out the linear dependency or independency. Go through an example. Suppose three unit vector, that is x cap, y cap, z cap. This is the three unit vector are mutually perpendicular. Show that you x cap, y cap, z cap are linearly independent. We need to show that these are the independent to each other. For that we take, this is the linear combination of these three vector, that is x cap, y cap and z cap, and take the constant a1, a2 and a3, write down equals to 0. Take this is now, since these are mutually perpendicular, now dot product with x cap, we can see they are the a1 and this is the x2, this is the 0 because they are perpendicular. So a1 get 0. Similarly, you can also find if we dot product with y cap, you will get a2 equals to 0. If you dot product with z cap, then a3 will be 0. So you can say here the these can be written only possible if a1, a2, a3 three are equal to 0. If these three are equals to 0, then only we can write this equals to, this sum equals to 0. So this is the linearly independent. You remember that we write the general form, that is the k lambda psi lambda x, sorry, x is equals to 0 only, all k lambda must be 0 for linearly independent. Here you can see the all the coefficient is 0 for linearly independent, right? Go to the another example. If the working of two function y1 and y2 are identically 0, the working is equals to 0, so that by direct integration, that is y2 equals to c y1. You are given that working is the 0, we need to prove that y2 equals to c y1. That is the two solution, y1 and y2 are the two solution, they are related to that if the working is 0. So working is the two solution, that is y1 and y2, and since there is two solution, we need to up to one derivative, first order derivative, right? So that's why we take y1 prime and y2 prime, and this equals to 0, identical is 0. So just determinant, that is that into that minus that into that equals to 0, and they separate out the function y1 and y2, the solution y1 and y2 two solution, and just integrate, you will get this solution y2 equals to c y1. So these are the linearly dependent. So you can see here the working is, if working is 0, then these two are solution are linearly dependent, right? This is your homework. Do this. These are the two solutions, psi1 and psi2. You need to find out the work scheme, right? In that case, you need to find out this work scheme for 3. This is your homework. Do this. Just find out for two variable, we need to find out up to first order derivative, that is psi1 prime and psi2 y prime, and work scheme will be psi1 psi2 and psi1 prime psi2 prime, right? And for this is 3, so you have to work in 3 by 3 determinant, and this is also 3 by 3 determinant. For that you need to derive derivative up to second order. Clear? Do yourself. Next, go to the second solution. How will we get the second solution using the work scheme? Now if the work scheme will be 0, the solution are linearly dependent. You can see here, that is the, since workings is 0, you can get one solution in terms of another solution, that is the linearly dependent. So we can find out the second solution from the first one. If we know the one solution, we can get the linearly independent another solution by using this work scheme. That is the motto of this, finding this formula, that is the motto, right? So consider a second order linear differential equation. A second order linear differential equation. Take any linear differential equation, second order linear differential equation. d2y dx square plus p of x dy dx plus q of x y equals to 0. You also can write this in terms of prime, first prime, second prime as well. And if there is two solution, that is y1x and y2x are the linearly independent solution, take these two are linearly independent solution, and the work scheme can be written as like that. And if we expand that y1 into y2 prime minus y2 into y1 prime. Now, if we derivative this equation with respect to x, what will we get? Y prime x is equals to y1 prime, y2 prime. Just for these two term, first derivative, second is constant, and first one constant, second is derivative, and for that also y2 prime and y1 prime. This derivative with respect to x, and this is y2 constant, y1 prime, double prime. So these two term are cancel out, right? Y1 prime, y2 prime. These two term are cancel out. Only these two term are present. That is y1, y2 double prime minus y2, y1 double prime. This is the uh, derivative of Watsky, and this can be written as y2 double prime. You can here write y double prime is nothing but minus p of x y prime minus q of x y, right? So y2 double prime is nothing but that is minus p of x y2 prime minus q of x y2. Similarly, y1 double prime is nothing but minus p of x y prime minus q of x y1. So put this value y2 double prime and y1 double prime in this equation. You can see this expression like that. That is the y1 into y2 double prime, and this is y2 into y1 double prime. Okay, and just multiply this. Just omit this bracket. This is multiply with y1, and this is y2. You can see there two term will be vanishes. That is these two term. These two term are cancel out. Only remaining term is the minus p of x y1 y2 prime minus y2 y1 prime, and you can see this is nothing but wx Watskin is the y1 y2 prime minus y2 y1 prime. So this can be w of x. So if you write here w, this is nothing but dw by dx. This is nothing but dw by dx, and this is nothing but dw by dx. Sorry, this is nothing but dw by dx, and this is minus p of x wx. So dx is here and w is here. This is function of x and this is function of x, and if we integrate, this will be ln. If we take the limit from a to x, some constant to x, this is the initial condition, x equal to a is the initial. So this will be ln wx by wa, and this is minus a to x p of x dx. Just integrate. So you can see wx equals to wa exponential, this ln will gives you exponential minus p of x dx. Now you put the value of wx, that is the y1, that is the y1 y2 prime minus y2 y1 prime, and wa here, and this can be written as, if you remember the formula of derivative, that is y2 by y1, derivative of y2 by y1 can be written as ddx of y2 by y1. What will be the value? That is the square of the lower one, that is y1 square, and the first derivative of upper one into lower minus upper one into derivative of lower one, right? Derivative of lower one. So this is match with that one. So you can see this is nothing but y1 square into ddx of this. So we can write here, that is the y1 square ddx of y2 by y1, right? So just put here, and so y1 square gives in the right hand side, and then we integrate. If we integrate of that last part, the last one is this. So if you integrate, so you will get left hand side y2 by y1, and right hand side integration of with dx. So y2 by y1, and this gives you integration of that, right? So y2 will be y1 x w of x b2, this another limit take as a b, this is another integration, that's why I take another limit b2x, right there. If a b are arbitrary constant, we take this is 1. So we just eliminate this arbitrary constant, this will be neglected, or it's a constant value. Actually, a, b are the constant, initial constant value. If the within the problem is given, then we can see, or we cannot consider this constant value. So y2, that is the second solution related to the first solution. This is the formula to find the second solution. That's mean if you know about the one solution, if you know about one solution, you can find the second solution by this formula. This is the important for finding the linearly independent solution from using the Watkins and from the first solution. That's mean if you know the one solution of a second order linear differential equation, then you can find the second solution by using this integration without knowing the other things, or the uh, just you, if you know the p of x. So if the any method, that means we we previously we see that there is a Frobenius method, is a method by which we can solve the linear solution or the linearly independent solution. Here we can also can be found the solution if we know a single solution. If you know one solution, then we can find out the another solution by this formula. Okay, this is an example. See, d2y dx square plus y equals to 0. This is an example, second order differential equation. You can see here that is p of x is 0, right? d2y dx square general form is like that: p of x dy dx plus q of x into y is equals to 0. So here is no dy dx, that means p of x will be 0 if you put this value, and y1 given is sin x. So if you put this value, y1 is sin x exponential minus p of x dx. P of x is 0, so exponential 0 is 1, so this becomes is dx by y1 square. Y1 square is the sin square, sin square is the cos square, integration of cos square is minus cot, right? So sin into cot is minus cos, so which is linearly independent of sin x, not a linear multiply. If you wants to say this is a function of sin square x, but this is not linearly dependent, because linearly dependence means one solution must be written as a constant into y1, but here we cannot uh, write down this y2 as a multiply of the y1, right? So these are not the linearly dependent, this is the linearly independent solution to each other, y1 and y2. Okay, so we cannot write here this is the linearly independent, linear independent, right? Goes to the next question, that is one solution of the Hermite differential equation. This is the Hermite differential equation for alpha equals to 0. This is the one solution, we need to find out the another solution. Okay, so for second solution using this formula, p of x, what is the value of p of x? That is the minus 2x. Put this value, p of x is the minus 2x, so you will get e to the power x square. And you know, so this is the gamma function, you know this is the gamma function for thermodynamics in your graduation level. That is the formula of gamma function. Just compared to this gamma function, you can calculate the, this is the x to the power 0, right? So the n is 0 here, put this value, you will get root pi by 2. So the one solution is 1 and another solution is root pi by 2. This is the two solution of this differential equation at alpha equals to 0.
স্যার
Yes.
স্যার ওই গামা ফাংশনের ওটা এক্সপোনেনশিয়াল বিটা ভুলে গেছে দিতে
Oh, right.
এক্স স্কোয়ারের বি আর
B x square, right. Thank you. E to the power b x square x to the power n dx. So this is the formula. Thank you. And go to the next question. This is your actually homework. Do this one solution of the Lagrangian differential equation given here. This is the differential equation for n equals to one solution is y1 x is equals to 1. Okay, using this formula you need to derive the second solution, that is the y2 x. You need to find out this using this formula. Very simple. So that's it for today.